In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to play the bass line from Sunshine of Your Love, a classic rock song by Cream. So if you've just started out with a bass guitar, or if it's relatively new to you, this is a great song to be working on because it's relatively simple to play, but it's lots of fun as well. Now, if you want to see a full transcription of this piece, make sure you click on the link below and download my free 61-page guide to playing the bass guitar. It contains lots of useful information on technique and, of course, a transcription of this song and many other simple songs as well. Okay, let's check out the main riff from Sunshine of Your Love. Okay, so the riff opens with these 4 notes. So I'm playing on the G string here. I'm going to play 2 Ds. That's the 7th fret of the D string. I then move to the C at the 5th fret and then back to the D. Nice and simple. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move down onto the D string, the string below, and we're going to play 3 descending notes. So we're playing the A at the 7th fret, the A flat at the 6th fret, and then the G at the 5th fret. So far we've done this. And then we're just going to finish this riff off with these 3 notes. We're going to play the D at the 5th fret of the A string, onto the F at the 3rd fret of the D string, and then back to the D. Like that. Now when you put all that together, you get this. A little bit slower. Now, when you're playing this riff, this is a great opportunity to use a technique with your picking hand called the travelling thumb technique. And that's where your thumb is resting on the string below the one that you're actually playing. So when I'm playing those notes on the G string, my thumb is resting on the D string. Then when I play notes on the D string, my thumb moves to sit on the A string, etc., etc. Now, this is a great technique to get into because what it does is effectively mutes everything that you're not playing. So if your thumb is resting on this D string whilst you're playing the G, you're only going to hear notes on the G string. That thumb is going to be muting all of the other strings. And it's really important when you're learning how to play the bass guitar that you learn how to control all of the other strings. You don't want them ringing away in the background. That's a great way of doing that. Now, this simple riff forms the backbone of this song, really. And once you get that basic riff down, you've conquered kind of 90% of the tune. Let's just move on into the 3rd and 4th bars of this song. We've got a slight variation on this now. We're going to take that opening phrase and we're going to play it an octave lower. So we're now going to play it down here at the 5th and 3rd frets of the A string. It's the same notes, 2 Ds, a C and a D, but an octave lower. The remainder of the riff is the same in terms of the notes. Now, again, there's a subtle variation that you can play here. So whereas when we played the riff in the opening 2 bars, we played these notes quite short. When you play the riff in the 3rd and 4th bars, you can let these notes ring a little bit longer. And there's lots of variation on that throughout the track, so you can either play short notes or long notes. If you listen through the track, you'll hear that Jack Bruce kind of alternates between the 2 throughout the song. So the riff is only played with those higher notes at the very beginning of the song. For the rest of the track, I'm going to play those notes in the lower position. Now that gets you through the majority of all of the intro section and the majority of the verse sections of this song. The only other part that you're going to need to know is we're going to need to take that same riff and just move it to another chordal center. So we're going to move to G. This is halfway through the verse section. We're going to play the same riff, but in G. So that's going to be 2 Gs, 5th fret of the D string, down to the F at the 3rd, back to the G. And we've got our descending part. That's a D flat, and a C, frets 5, 4 and 3 on the A string. And then the last 2 notes are going to be a G on the E string at the 3rd fret to the B flat, 1st fret of the A string. So we're playing that riff in a couple of different chord centers. And that's going to get you through all of the verse sections of this track. Now, one final thing I should say is this riff is built on something called the blues scale. You might not know what the blues scale is at the moment, but as you learn more and more songs, you'll start to realize that it forms a very important part of rock, pop, jazz, funk, all kinds of songs. So it's a scale that you'll soon become intimately familiar with. Anyway, that's the verse section of Sunshine of Your Love. Let's check out the chorus. As you can hear, the chorus of this song is fairly simple to play. It's basically a 2-bar structure that's repeated round a few times. So in the first bar of that 2-bar structure, we're going to be playing an A. I'm going to play this at the 5th fret of the E string, and we're just playing this rhythm. And then the remainder of the bar is silent. Let's hear that again. So that's 3 notes on the A. In the next bar, we're going to play a C and a G. Both notes are at the 3rd frets. C is at the 3rd fret of the A string. G is at the 3rd fret of the E string. So on beat 1 of the bar, we're going to play the C. We rest on beat 2, and then we play the G on beat 3. Like that. Stick those 2 bars together, and you have this. And again. Okay, so that's a relatively simple part for the chorus. Now we're going to play that riff 3 times, and then the 4th time through, we're going to play something different. We're going to play this. So in that first bar, we're just playing an A on every beat. And then in the bar that follows, mostly on that A still, but we're going to play a C and a C sharp at the end. That's going to drag us back up to D so that we can restart that verse riff. Let's hear those 2 bars again. Now, there's lots of variation on this throughout the track, and you can afford to vary this rhythm a little bit. It's not entirely necessary that you play the exact rhythm that I'm playing here. You can afford to throw in some variations there when you're playing this A and the C and the C sharp phrase, leading you back up into the riff. Lots of variations there on the track, as I say. Okay, that gets us through the chorus, and indeed that really gets us through the remainder of the song, because the rest of the track is going to be based on parts we've already covered. So we come to a guitar solo later on, which is based on the verse, and then we play chorus parts until we reach the end of the song. Okay guys, thanks for checking out this song with me. I hope you enjoyed working through it. Don't forget to click on the link below to download your PDF guide to playing the bass, which contains a transcription of this song and several others. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content like this in the future. And if you have any suggestions for songs that you'd like to see me cover in these videos, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.